Finally, a modern woman admitting to working overtime at the Lululemon. This woman listens to Diary of a CEO and realizes her unrealistic standards are going to leave her all alone. Get the cat food. All right, I got a banger from Alpha Central. Let's get straight into it.
Truth for the single girls right now, a pill that I am forcing myself to swallow as well.
You forcing yourself to swallow that? I'll give you something to swallow.
Is that the 6 foot plus bullshit is holding us back. My co-host Sequoia told me to listen to this episode of Diary of a CEO and listen to it. At first I was freaking out and I was like, I'm going to be alone till the day I die.
Until the day I die, till the day I die, I'm gonna get some cat food.
Accept that. And that still might be true. But one easy thing you can do to better your chances of not dying alone is not being so picky about height. You can still like tall guys. You can still prefer tall gentlemen. But in this dating landscape, height as a deal breaker, I mean, listen to the episode for yourself.
Yeah, it just proves that how shallow women are. Like, you ladies are beyond shallow, where you're going to judge a man and make it a deal breaker on something he can't even change.
It's looking bleak.
6 foot wasn't the only...
Yeah, I mean, let's keep it at thou wow. Women are just straight up shallow.
Shots fired!
The fact that a man has to be 6 foot, 6 inches, 6 pack, like all these things is absolutely ridiculous to me. Like, the likeliness that you're going to find a guy over 6 foot that you also like and he likes you is very rare. Not a ton of guys are over 6 foot. You know what? We always like to dig into the statistics here. Let's look it up. How many men in America are over 6 foot tall? The percentage of men approximately over 6 foot tall are 14.5% of men in the United States. 6 feet, that's just 6 foot. Or taller. This translates to roughly 17 to 18 million adult men, given that there are about 120 million men over 18 in the U.S. That's wild work. So you're telling me that, 100 million men in the United States aren't good enough for you? You only want the 17 to 18 million men? Let's just look. How many women over 18 in the U.S.? Let's just look this out. So you're telling me 108 million women are all chasing the top 17 to 18 million men. Come on, ladies. The math is not doing you guys no justice. The math is not mathing. You guys gotta lower your standards. Go date a short king. Give him a shot. Give him a shot.
Like the best qualities in a girl?
Smile, ability to cook, and ability to bring peace of mind.
Would you ever want to get married to me?
No.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
No.
Why not?
You're very pretty, but you're not my
Your
type.
Chuck E. Cheese is out.
I like girls a little bit taller, and
modest.
girls that kind of don't go around asking a bunch of questions to people.
I completely agree with...
I love it. He's like, I don't like street walkers, I don't like runners,
My bad. Why doing that to us? Like,
why did you say you were bad?
you's a freak. Have a good one. But like, maybe like...
Lady, just take the hint and cover yourself.
Bruh, these e-girls, it's crazy work.
I sent her a message, I say, how far are you? She said, I'm 10 minutes away, and she sent me this video, yeah? And now look, she sent it to someone else. Love you, you look so good. Thank you, my love, I miss you. How can you trust anyone in this world? You can trust nobody, brother, nobody.
A wise...
It's a devious world we live in, bro. That's why you gotta play your cards, man. That's why I always tell young men, date multiple women. Because she's doing it. And I think that's why modern women get so mad at modern men now, is because the modern men are doing what the modern women have been doing. They're dating multiple women, talking to multiple women, entertaining multiple women, shooting shots at multiple women. I always say, if you were a fisherman, and you wanted to catch a whole bunch of fish, would you just have one pole in the water? Or would you have about 5 or 6 reels in that water looking for some catfish? More likely be fishing with more reels. That's what women are doing. They're fishing with a bunch of reels, trying to garner as much attention as possible. Do the same thing. That's that equality, right? I love it.
My name Marcus. I'm 30. Why'd you pop? It was the 3 kids. How many baby daddies you got?
I have 3.
3 baby
God, your decision-making skills are trash.
daddies with 3 kids.
I do.
Yeah, cause like, why it ain't work with the other 3?
You can inbox me later and I can explain.
No, I'm good.
Nah, I
Okay.
end up in the same boat they in.
You can assume or you can ask.
Stupid. So,
Bro, when women show you who they are, believe them. 3 kids, 3 baby daddies, your decision-making skills are trash. You've got a proven track record of picking the wrong guy. I'm next.
We'll need a whole show for that.
Got so much baggage, need a whole show for it. Lord have mercy.
Thank you. Is he your type? Why? Why not?
Baby girl, at this point, everybody your type.
Yes. I would say it looked like you have style.
Okay.
like,
Thank you.
My man is absolutely.
Good Lord. Like, everybody's her cup of tea at this point. 3 kids, 3 baby daddies. Lord have mercy.
I study.
Wow, what movie have you been in? One girl, I talked to her. I say, what do you do for work? She's like, actress. Okay, I'm like, what movie you in? Silence. So it's like being a fisherman, but you don't catch fish. How can you be actress? This is like, doesn't make sense. You're just unemployed at that point.
Yeah, it's you.
I mean, the guy's onto something. Can't say that the man's wrong, you know?
So I've seen you before saying that you need a man that gets an income of 10K. Like, is that true or what? Like,
A month.
How much do you bring in a month?
I'm not the man.
No, I'm just asking.
Depends.
Depends on.
Depends on my month.
I think it's supposed to go both ways.
I don't think so. That's a man's job.
Yeah, it's stability.
So you want me to pay for things?
No, it's not paying for things. I want you to have your own.
But I do have my own.
That's what I'm asking.
And that's why I ask for a man to have his own too.
Because I see females ask like how much they're bringing in, all of that. But what do you bring to the table for a man?
I am the table for
You
a
are the
start.
table.
Exactly. No. Exactly. She is the table, which means there's nothing on it. She brings nothing. If you are the table, that means you bring nothing. Men have to bring everything to the table. So essentially, she just said she's useless.
Table.
Yes.
I think she wants a lot and she doesn't have a lot to bring to the table for me still.
Men and women are so different.
Yeah.
We expect different things from people. Men won't date ugly girls by choice. So women don't date broke by choice. It's just how it goes.
Women do it all the time. Chat, let me ask you guys. Would you rather date an extremely beautiful woman, but she's an incredibly huge headache? Or would you rather date an average woman who gives you peace, leaves you alone sometimes, can cook you a good meal? Let me know in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you'd rather date the modest girl who's not that pretty, but gives you peace. Put a 2 in the chat if you'd rather date a smoking hot bombshell, but she gives you all the attitude in the world and gives you headaches constantly. Let me know. Let this chat be the bearer of truth.
No, but you get the point
I
what I'm
wouldn't be
saying?
with someone broke, and he wouldn't be with me if I was ugly. I don't want your money. I just don't want to pay for anything. We move into a house. You pay for everything in the house. When you come home, it's always clean. There's always food. Your lunches are done. Your baths are run. Your clothes are laid out. Your feet are rubbed. Your head's washed. Everything you need is done every day of your life. It's a fair trade.
No.
Yes, it is.
I can pay somebody to do that.
Yeah, but they're not going to love you.
I don't need the love.
A maid can do all of that.
I mean, a maid can do all that, but see, I'm very traditional. I'm very traditional boy. I love it when a good old woman cooks a good hot meal. Runs daddy a bath. Ain't nothing better.
I take you out on a date. Who's paying?
You.
There we go.
Yeah. You asked me to come out my house. I've applied my wig, my face, everything.
Yeah, so
might as well.
What is that? Yikes.
So I've forced you to come out of your house. You didn't want to come out of your house to see me.
Yeah,
And you know what, Nella? We're done.
He makes a good point.
Bro, and she's not even all that. See, that's the whole thing for me, is that mid women used to know where they were. Nowadays, mid women think they're 10s. That's the problem.
A guy who's a leader?
Yeah.
Do you want a guy who can protect you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want a guy who's a leader, you want a guy who can protect you. Part of men protecting women is through our leadership, we don't want you guys to be put in potentially dangerous situations.
Okay.
So we know that women get roofied at parties and bars and clubs.
that's why
We
you
know
have to
that there's a higher likelihood of her being assaulted in some kind of way, whether physically or otherwise. So
People get shot at the store nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, I was.
Bro, hold up, just to be clear, I've been to Trader Joe's a ton. I've never seen a fight break out in Trader Joe's. Hold on. Let me address her thing. I've been to Trader Joe's a bunch. I've never seen a fight break out ever to Trader Joe's.
I've been to the store many times. I've seen fights.
Every time I've been out, and I don't go out anymore, every time I've been out, somebody's getting knocked out. Every single time
You go to hood rat bars?
I'm going.
I don't understand.
No, here in Santa Barbara, you go to the bars downtown. You go party at the college. There's multiple fights. You can listen. I mean, I never do this, but if you want, listen to the police scanner. People are getting
My dad
knocked
was a
out.
sheriff.
All
Yeah,
this stuff.
he
People are
was
getting into
also-
fights.
If they weren't so busy.
Good Lord. She had 3 brain cells fighting for second place. Goodness gracious. Ain't that right, Loki? I've fallen at work and been injured. Oh, wait. I should call my lawyer.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Hey, John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. It's Levi Nichs of YouTube. Can I get some cash, please?
Morgan & 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 Morgan.
Did you know that your injury could be worth millions of dollars? Morgan & Morgan is the largest injury law firm in America, and they've recovered over $20 billion for their clients. $20 billion? That's a lot of cash. The insurance companies tried to lowball me, but Morgan & Morgan was able to take my pain and suffering and turn it into cold, hard cash. It's almost a good thing I was injured. But wait. How much is Morgan & Morgan gonna cost me? You never owe them legal fees unless they're successful. So it's completely free unless you win? Yeah. Hiring a lawyer? That sounds like really difficult. It's actually super easy. You can just go to their website, and in a couple clicks, you can find out if you have a case. And you can literally do it from your smartphone. And remember, there is only one Morgan & Morgan. Wait, but it's 2 names though. How is it? Give me the script. Oh, both their last names. Okay, I get it. Okay, roll it. You can start your claim today by going to forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below. So if you're injured, you can trust Morgan & Morgan. I don't want to disturb him. He just looks too cute. He looks too cute. I don't want to disturb him, bro.
You just tied later.
I don't know about that. I don't know about all that.
I think it's good.
I'm only 18.
That's perfect. That's a good idea.
Geesh, talking.
Good Lord. Bonnie Blue out here like the Predator. How old is he?
You rate Bonnie Blue on a scale.
I don't do that.
What?
Oh, God. When's the last time you went to church? When's the last time you went to church?
Probably yesterday.
You went yesterday?
Yeah.
Good job. Like you're asking these questions. It's just a silly question. I mean, you're asking students at ASU regarding for like educational purposes if we want to rate a girl or not. It's like that's just a little silly to me.
Is it? Is that like against God or?
In certain aspects, yeah, because you're asking me to rate a person based off their appearances rather than you're more or less objectifying them based on a number because you're trying to rate her on a 1 scale.
So you don't think there's an attractiveness scale? That's like a evil thing to do?
God made people the way they should be. God made people.
So you don't have preferences?
It's not that I don't have preference. I think you're asking people for their certain preferences. I'm not trying to like educate, but like, you have a good day, bro.
All
I'm
right.
trying to see the question.
All right. Okay.
Bro, stop trying to be all hoity-toity, bro. You're like giving people like a rating. Yeah, dude, the world is superficial, bro. Like whether you want to believe this is the irkness I have with this guy. Like his intentions so pure, right? But not in reality, bro. In reality, people are going to judge you. They're going to look at you and judge you based on how you look. Superficiality matters. I believe the majority of somebody's perception of you the first time they meet you is your appearance. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Imagine this. 2 people walk up to you. One of them is carrying a gun. One of them looks ratted and tatty. Or the one that's carrying the gun, right? They're dressed in like all black clothing, a face mask on, a beanie on, black gloves on, and they have blood on their shirt and they're carrying a gun. Are you going to think that guy's a threat? Versus the girl that's walking beside him who's in a milkmaid dress, who looks all dainty, who's carrying a little wicker basket. Like, people are going to judge you based on the way you look. That's just human nature. It's a survival instinct. Like, come on, bro. But the guy brought up a good point. So you don't have preferences? He's like, oh, I have preferences. And he knew when he got pigeonholed. He just walked away. The dude could have said 0. Simple as that. There are beauty standards, bro. That's why there's models and people that aren't models. Newsflash, I'm not a model. I'm mid at best. I'm not a model. Like, bro, I hate these people that try to play this moral high ground of like, bro, how dare you, bro? How dare you objectify her, bro? Like, bro, just chill out. Just asking a simple question. I don't know. That irks me.
What do you do for work?
Oh, I do. I work in IT. I work at 9 to 5. Yes, and basically, what do you do?
Do you want to guess?
I get my back blown.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
I guess you're probably like a lawyer or something. Maybe a doctor. Yeah.
This boy dressed like that? You dumb.
Stupid.
Yeah, you seem like a smart. You smell like a smart, like put together girl. You know.
What?
I'm an old girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's the village bicycle. Everyone's had a ride.
What? Is that a deal breaker?
Yes.
Yo, how's your relationship with your father?
If she's an OF girl, then I'm pretty
I love it. Hey Siri, show me the relationship with her father.
She's a 10, but she has pronouns in her LinkedIn profile.
I'm out.
Oh, she's a 0. Oh my God. Lord have mercy.
Why do you say that?
I think having to like clarify.
Bro, don't ever let yourself get this big. I always say when your neck touches the clavicles. Crazy work. Never seen a quadruple XL look so tight on a man.
Clarify these things that should just be common sense. I have my own viewpoints on that.
What are they?
Do what you want to do, but don't expect everybody else to cater to it. Like, you live your life, let me live mine. I respect what you do, you respect what I do.
You don't need pronouns in your...
Boy, my man be eating. That boy is too big, bro. That when I see that, I just go gluttony. You got no self-control, bro. Nobody should be that big. The dude can't even look down.
You guys, we can't trust the nerdy men either. Yeah, do you think we just say it's all men for no reason?
No, it's not for no reason, but it definitely seems that a lot of those that say all men just seem to want to display their irrationality and their propensity to be bigoted.
This is what we mean when we say all men. Being a misogynistic loser can take any shape or form inside of a man's body.
And willful ignorance can take any form.
Reality is we say all men because it genuinely is all men.
Except it's not. But there are those out there that seem to think if they keep saying something, not only will more people believe them, but that their statements will somehow become true.
We say all men because women need to be treating every gun like it is loaded.
Let's hear it for another logical fallacy, the false equivalence.
Part of me saying all of this is that no matter how a guy presents himself to you, you do not know who he is until you've been around him for years.
It's really handy that social media has allowed so many women, though, to be able to show themselves for who they are. That way no one has to waste years.
So does that...
Bro, do the same thing with women, though. Everything she said applied to women.
How you doing? Nice to meet you. You good? A handshake? Yeah. Everybody been giving hugs all day. I'm giving out handshakes. Okay, that's hell yeah. Oh yeah. Ah, damn. Damn.
Good on him for keeping his distance.
I love it.
Woman, bro. No, not anymore.
Why? Look what
The
happened.
question was, do you guys buy drinks for women?
Why did you stop? What were you buying and what did you stop?
I bought a couple girls a drink once, and we were at the bar. They're like, let's, want to buy me a drink? I'm like, sure. They take a drink and walk away.
Literally, so they walked?
Yeah, they walked away, and I was like, that's it. Never buying a woman a drink again.
What about you, bro?
I mean, I bought a few a drink, and it's all fun, but yeah, they either just leave or
dip, right?
You just don't feel that connection after a while, and then it just wastes.
Here's the problem, though, dude. Here's the problem with a lot of guys is they buy the woman the drink thinking that is what's going to initiate the conversation. No, you need to initiate a conversation after you guys have talked for a bit, then you buy them a drink. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Don't buy a girl a drink thinking, oh, I'm going to buy her this drink and she's going to talk to me. No, bro. No.
You stupid.
She's seeing you as a sucker, buddy boy. She's going to take the money and run. Take the drink and run. But if you can start a conversation with a girl, and then you're like, I like this chick, I want to keep the conversation going, then buy her a drink. That's what I think. That's my philosophy. Chat, what do you guys think? Do you think that's the way to do it or not?
Waste money eventually.
Would I spot a wifey woman?
Not at Nats. Not at Nats.
Like, how would you spot it? Like,
Somewhere not in an environment like this.
so not in a nightclub in a bar.
Some women...
Well, that's what's so funny to me is all these guys go to these bars and clubs to meet women, but then they know that they're not going to meet their wife at the club. I always say this. You don't meet your wife at the bar. You don't meet your husband at the club. You You just don't. Chat, put one in the chat if you agree. You just don't. You don't meet a for real partner at one of those establishments. You don't. It's just, but that's where people go to meet each other. That's where the young bucks go. You know what I mean? So what else are you supposed to do?
Out with your girlfriend. If she started dancing on some guy, would you consider that cheating?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
I'm getting an Uber and I'm going home.
What if a girl started dancing on you? What would you do?
Nah, I wouldn't allow that. That's cheating too. It go both ways.
So what would you do to make her like stop?
I don't know. I might tell my girl to fight her or something. Like, I don't know.
If you're dancing with someone,
oh my God, you just back away, put your hands up, pull one of these, pull one of those. You know what I'm saying? That's very, very unlikely. It doesn't happen a lot.
So I picked up at the club the other night, and then the guy was like, "Do you have a boyfriend?" And I said yes. And then he was like, "Oh no, I'm not like doing this." And I was like, "Okay, hold on." FaceTimed my boyfriend and said, "Do you care if this guy takes me home?" And he was like, "No, go for it, buddy."
She's a runner, she's a track star.
Golly, what a loser. Allowing your girl to go home with another dude and get her beef flaps bucked in, convexed and concaved in. Buddy boy, we have fallen so far from God's grace.
And then this guy just completely freaked out and was like, "That's so messed up. I'm not doing it." Whatever.
I don't blame him.
Well,
she's the village bicycle. Everyone's had a ride.
Friends that are guys. Run away. Is that a red flag?
I agree with that. A man. A man. If I have a guy best friend, you should probably grow a set. No, it's not. Don't stop being
I love how women always tell men how to be better men. Grow a pair. Grow a set.
secure. I should have a guy best friend.
No girl's got a guy best friend. That doesn't happen.
We all know those guys are
insecure. I love it, and I'll follow it up with this. What's more secure? A man that sets a boundary with a woman and risks losing her, or a man that just lets a woman run amok and never sets the boundary and says, "Baby, you just do whatever you want. I just love you. You want a guy best friend? Jason can stay the night. It's cool. I don't mind. I know he's just your best friend." Stupid, bro. The man that sets the boundary is way more secure. And that's the type of men we are here. But Loki, did you have a good time? But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Peace.